Art and home create the backdrop for one hometown artist. But it's much more than brush and paint for Erin Jocelyn. Michael Schlesinger shows us how she layers and lifts alcohol ink on canvas to create vibrant and unique house-themed artwork.
I was really drawn by the colors. They're so intense and clear, and they reminded me of stained glass windows.
Art normally imitates life, but for artist Erin Jocelyn, it's really the other way around. This Shorewood woman, originally from New York, earned a PhD in art history at the University of London, specializing in art and architecture of the Middle Ages. This is what drew her to using alcohol ink.
It's very clear, transparent ink that reacts to alcohol. So you do it in layers to seal each layer, and then you can use alcohol to reduce pigment as well as add pigment and create really interesting textures and effects.
With her house portraits, the home is her subject. Each canvas is made up of layers, sometimes as many as 30.
I'm kind of like a builder because I'll do the architecture first. Well, I'll do the background first, so the sky. And that varies from really experimental to traditional depending on what the people want. Then I will do the house, and then at the end the landscaper comes in, and then I do the plantings.
The entire process begins with a Google Earth picture of what she's painting. Then is the time the creative juices really get flowing.
The landscape is really more of the wild alcohol ink experimental techniques that I use, and then the houses itself, I am very detailed, and I use a very, very fine point marker for detail.
In terms of the exterior of the house itself,
brickwork is really detailed, and alcohol ink lends itself to the variegation of color in brickwork. So I'll do that first, and then I'll add the pen and ink drawing to just sort of, tie it all together.
You might ask, why not frame a pretty picture of a home?
Photograph doesn't have the personalized aspects that a lot of my people who commission ask for, certain flowers and, please get rid of the air conditioner. So it's almost like the idealized version of their home. And when it was at its most beautiful and the way they want to remember it.
Something I had always wanted to do.
When Washington Heights homeowner Donna Wininski heard about Erin's abstract work, she knew she had to get a painting for the place she's lived with her family for close to 40 years.
Even before she came in the house, I sent her pictures of the spot, and I said, this is where I want it.
This 18 by 24 portrait hangs just above the fireplace mantel in this 1916 arts and crafts style house, also on the National Register of Historic Homes.
It brings the outside in, so it comes full circle, and it brings the spirit of the exterior of the house to the interior, and they marry really well. Celebrating a house that's this beautiful was just a high point.
Donna says the only way she'd ever part with this artwork is to give it to her son.
This is the only house he ever lived in before he moved out. So I'm hoping it's something that he will consider to be a keepsake.
The artist herself has commissioned several dozen pieces similar to this one throughout the years. She knows her creations are solid and sturdy, just like the foundation of each of these homes.
Personalized to them. It's their memory of their house that I'm interpreting for them in sort of a whimsical way.
Thanks for watching this CBS 58 Sunday Morning Story. Subscribe here and make sure to tune in to CBS 58 every Sunday morning to see more uplifting stories like this. And check out our other playlists on YouTube. You'll find everything from Everyday Heroes to our CBS 58 Hometown series on CBS 58.